Good afternoon. So, as we were talking about the Indian national movement, so already many concepts, many topics. So we have discussed under this Indian national movement, which started from 1857 onwards. So now we are at the end of the Indian national movement concept. So that is a new chapter. So that will be independence and partition of India. Okay, so independence and partition of India. So in this lesson, this will be the last chapter of the Indian national movement or the concept of towards independence. So this will be the last chapter. So in this chapter, so we will be studying majorly many concepts like I mean cabinet mission plan. We will be studying. Then we will be studying about Muhammad Ali Jinnah's the movement, national movement. Then we have at least announcement. Then we have Mountbatten and Indian Independence Act. But this year the syllabus has been reduced, or the syllabus they have reduced for this year. So only we will be talking about the topic called the Mountbatten and Indian Independence Act. Only two concepts. So we are going to talk this year. Okay, for your syllabus. And the remaining topics, so that's it's been skipped. So before I enter into the concept, that is independence and the partition of India. Today's class, so we will go with the one topic, so that will be about the Mountbatten plan, or about the Lord Mountbatten. So we will be discussing next class. So we will talk very important topic. So that is Indian Independence Act of 1947. So that we will talk in the next class. So before I go with the concept, that is Mountbatten plan, so let us have a few introduction points. Okay. So as you all know, previous class we talked a lesson, or previous class we had a discussion of Quit India campaign or Quit India movement. So there we had a talk the significance of the movement and Quit India movement, and the causes for the start of Quit India movement. So all those things we have discussed. Till 1942. Okay, till 1942, and till 1942. So whatever the events which are taken, so already we have talked. Now when we go with the independence and the partition of India, if you see, first point says end of Second World War in 1945. So as you all know, the Second World War got end in 1945. Okay, so when Second World War got in 1945, when it got end, so many nations became an independent. So in that, one is India. Okay, and to become India as an independent country in 1947, it's because of the personality called Lord Mountbatten. Okay, so after the end of the Second World War in 1945, so many nations, got an independence. So in that one, India, which received independence because of personality, so that will be Lord Mountbatten. Okay, and second point says failure of Cripps mission. The reason why we moved forward after 42, it's because of failure of Cripps mission. Okay, so as you all know, why the Cripps mission got failed, okay, which came to India. The failure of Cripps mission also is the one of the reason to go towards an independence and the partition of India. And next one we are having Muhammad Ali Jinnah. Okay, the leader of Muslim League. He accepted a new slogan, so that is divide and quit. Okay, which indicates partition of country. Okay, which indicates partition of country. Okay, from 1942 onwards, Muhammad Ali Jinnah stood for the partition of country. So with the slogan called divide and quit. Okay, so that becomes the one. And next one more, the plan was given in 1946 before Indian Independence Act, which was given in 1947. So before that, one more plan was given by the British government, so which we call it as a cabinet mission plan. Okay, so which came in 1946. It came under the leadership of Lord Patrick Lawrence, Sir Stafford Cripps, and A.V. Alexander. And Sir Stafford Cripps was the main leader of this. So these three members joined together and they gave a cabinet mission plan. So in 1946. But when they gave the cabinet mission plan in 1946, did India accepted it? No. It gave a mixed reaction. Who gave the mixed reaction? INC and League. So Cripps mission, cabinet mission also got failed. Okay, cabinet mission also got failed. So finally, the British government thought, or British government came to a conclusion that, so in future giving up plans, okay, or in future having plans towards the Indians to satisfy the need of an Indians, so they felt it is very difficult. Okay, so when that feel of difficult, so when it was started to exist, so British government thought to send a new viceroy to our country. So like that, to India after cabinet mission plan after 1946. So we are having an arrival of new cabinet. New viceroy, who is an royal family of British. The British rule. Okay, he is a person who belongs to one of the royal family member of an British government, the Prince rule. So from that family, so one person was sent to India to solve the problem or to transfer the power to an Indians. So that's how the personality comes. So that is Lord Mountbatten. Okay, we call it as Lord Mountbatten, the last viceroy or the last governor general of India, who came to India in 1947 and who transferred the powers to India and who gave freedom to our country in 1947. So let us see Lord Mountbatten. So when he came to India, so what are the certain changes he had made? So what are the certain things he had given to us, or how the power was transferred to according to the Mountbatten plan. So we are going to see in this particular concept. The major reason why the Mountbatten was sent to our country was by the British government was, that is, day by day in India the communal problems started to increase. Communal problems is nothing but a fight between the two religions, especially between the Hindus and the Muslims. So day by day the communal problems started to be increased. Okay, it started to increase, where British government felt too difficult to solve the communal problem of Indians. So that is the reason. So they felt, or they thought, that to send a new viceroy to our country. So that is the one of the reason why Lord Mountbatten, so came to India. So he is the new viceroy of India in 1947 on 22nd March 1947. So he came to India. So when he came to India in 1947, suddenly he did not come out with any of a plan. Okay, so when he came to India, Lord Mountbatten, so he wanted to know what exactly the problems going on in India. Why he wanted to know what exactly the problems going on in India is because cabinet mission plan was given, and Attlee's announcement was given, then Lord Wavell plan was given, then Cripps mission was given. Whatever the plans which is being given by the British government, it is not accepted by an INC and League. So for that he wanted to get an answer. So what is the reason? Okay, because he don't want, after his plan, when he executes his plan, so his plan should not be a failure. So that is the reason. So Lord Mountbatten, so when he came to India in 1947, the first thing what he did was he started meeting Indian leaders of different political parties. Okay, different political parties. So Indian leaders he started to meet. The greatest leaders like Gandhiji, Jawaharlal Nehru, Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Ambedkar. So like this, many personalities he started to have a discussion. Finally, after discussing or after having all the decisions, okay, after all the decisions, So Lord Mountbatten came to a conclusion that it is not a problem which is having between the British and between the Indians, but actually what the problem and what is the reason behind for the failure of all the plans which is given by the British. It's because of the communal problems which is taking place between the two groups, so that is Hindu and the Muslims. So finally he came to a conclusion: the problem or a power of, transferring a power from a British to an Indian, that can happen only with the partition of the country. That is the conclusion he came. Unless and until you do the partition of country, no power can be transferred to an Indian. So he was very clear, and he was very confident. Mountbatten was very confident in that particular area or particular aspect. Now, after meeting all this, his conclusion he has to tell now. He has to tell to the personalities. So that's how Jawaharlal Nehru and Gandhiji and Muhammad Ali Jinnah, they are all group of leaders were called, and Lord Mountbatten said that the British government is going to transfer the power based on the partition of country. So when he said that partition of country will be done, so Muhammad Ali Jinnah was very happy. Okay, Muhammad Ali Jinnah was very happy, but the INC leaders were disappointed, and they said that no, India should not have a partition. In that, especially Gandhiji. Okay, if at all you want to do the partition of country, you do it on my dead body. This was a saying when said by Gandhiji on Mountbatten when he said that partition of country. Okay, if at all you want to do a partition of country, you do it on my dead body. Means after his death, you do the partition of a country. So till the death of Gandhiji, the communal problem cannot be, continued, or we cannot wait, till the death of Gandhiji. So that is the reason finally Jawaharlal Nehru, some or other way, so he convinced Gandhiji that to accept the word of Lord Mountbatten. So like that in 1947, based on the concept of partition of country, so Lord Mountbatten decided to transfer the powers to, Indians, okay, to India. So that's how he gave his the plan. So how he is going to have the partition of country, and how he is going to transfer the powers to Indians. So that he gave in the form of clauses and the terms of Lord Mountbatten. Okay. So in that first plan, okay, so that says that the power would be handed over to successor government in India. British is not going to simply, they are not going to transfer the powers. Okay, before they transfer the power, or the power when they transfer it, there should be successor government. Okay, that successor government was nothing but Constituent Assembly. There should be one group which should be called as like a parliament, and to them the power, and they should be elected by the people, and to them the power will be transferred. Simply it will not be, since Gandhiji is a leader, since Jawaharlal Nehru is their leader, so for them, okay, the power is transferred. No, that cannot be done. Okay, so we should form a government which consisting of elected members, and through that government the power will be transferred. So that was very clearly he said it. Second thing is creation of two domains. Okay, so from 1947 onwards, India will be called or created into two domains, or India will be divided into two separate countries. So one will be called as India, and another one will be called as Pakistan. Okay, so this is the second demand, so which is said. And the third one he said was the princely states would have the option of joining either of two domains. Okay, so in India, the princely states, okay, the states which are all been under the control of kings, or the states which are all been under the rule of kings, or princely states. Okay, so they will be given an option. Either they want to join India, either if they want to join India, they can remain in India. If they don't want, they can join. So option was given to them. There is no compulsory, grouping or compulsory grouping system did not exist. So a joining option was given to the people itself. And the next one he gave was the province of Assam, Bengal, and Punjab would be divided. Okay, because the Pakistan will be created to the side of this. Okay, the frontier, the border frontier line. So that is the reason Assam, Bengal, and Punjab would be divided, and there will be a border. So that will be done by a border commission. Okay, the border between the India and Pakistan. So that will be done, and that border will be having a border to both the domains will be done by an appoint of boundary commission. Okay. Then next one is a the next we are having is that is a plebiscite would be held in the northwest frontier province. Here a plebiscite means vote. The people, all those who are living in the northwest frontier province, that is the India's this border. Okay, those who are settling here, so they will be given a plebiscite. Plebiscite means a voting system. Okay, so voting system. So they can join either India or Pakistan. That is also left to them. Okay, so like this, based on this concept, so he is going to do the partition of our power will be transferred to an Indian state. So finally, after when he gave this, this was just his plan of doing a partition or plan of transferring the power to our country. So when he gave this particular plan, so it was accepted. Okay, it was accepted. So here are some of the reasons why Lord Mountbatten's plan. Okay, so why Lord Mountbatten's plan was accepted. First and foremost major reason is our fight from 1857 onwards is we don't want British people to have in India. So that is the reason extension of British rule was harmful for India. Okay, extension. So that's the major thing so which made to accept Mountbatten plan. Okay, so from 1857 onwards, divide and rule policy which British people had an intention of implementing onto India, so that gained a success in 1947 by dividing it two domains. By having a partition of our country, the divide and rule policy was implemented, to which the INC leader, INC and League accepted it. Extension of British rule was harmful. So better staying of British people, it is better to have the partition of country and to get freedom. So that's the one thing. Second one is a smaller united India was better than a bigger disorganized country. Okay, Gandhiji said that if at all you want the partition, you do it on my dead body. Later on, Gandhiji realized, and all the INC leaders, they realized that it is better to have a small administration of the Indians than to have a big administration of two different religions called Hindu and the Muslims, or League and INC. It's better to have separate. Okay, so that realization, so they made. So that made to accept the Mountbatten plan. And the third one we can see is here, the Congress believed that it would be not have a joint administration. Because in 1946, there was a formation of interim government. So where the joint administration was started between the League and INC. Okay, because of joint administration only, Muhammad Ali Jinnah started having a demand of divide and quit. Okay, so in that, when Lord Mountbatten, when he said that interim government will be collapsed. Interior government will not be there. Where the joint administration between the two religions will not exist. So that made the INC to accept the Mountbatten plan. And the last very important thing is that is large communal rights. Okay, all problems between the Hindu and Muslims, or all problems between the two religions, will come to a conclusion when we accept the partition. If not, there will be a lot of bloodshed in India. And that bloodshed will take place only between the fight between the Hindu and Muslims. So which is we call it as a communal rights. So in order to avoid communal rights, in order to not have a joint administration, to have a small administration without any problem, and without the presence of British rule, So they wanted to have an independence, or the power of the British government wanted to transfer the power, which and all they saw in the Mountbatten Plan. Okay, so that's how the finally 1947 the Mountbatten Plan was accepted, and his plan was welcomed by an INC and League. So next class we will see what was Mountbatten Plan. Okay, what did his plan? That Mountbatten Plan of transferring the powers to India and Pakistan. So he gave it in the form of an act. So that act we call it as an Indian Independence Act of 1947, or Government Act of 1947. So that we will see in the next class. So how Lord Mountbatten transferred the powers between the two different countries. So equally he transferred the power between the two different countries. So which made our country to get independence on 15th August, so 1947. So that we will see it in the next class. So till here, you can go through it. So very important, Lord Mountbatten Plan and its clauses and terms, and even the acceptance. Okay, there will be a picture question based on this for a 10 marks. So very important. And next class we will go with the new concept. So that will be Indian Independence Act of 1947. Thank you.